Prince Harry donned his military uniform this evening for the first time since 2020 as he joined Prince William and the late Queen's other grandchildren in a vigil as their beloved grandmother lies in state at Westminster Hall. The Duke of Sussex, a former army officer, stood at the foot of the coffin alongside Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. The Prince of Wales was at the head of the coffin flanked by Zara, Tindall and Peter Phillips. The Queen's youngest grandchildren, Lady Louise Wind and James, Viscount Severn, stood in the middle as members of the public continued to file past to pay their respects. William was followed by Harry as the royals entered the hall at 6 p.m. Beatrice and Eugenie were behind in a pair, then Louise and James, with Zara and Peter at the back. The younger generation of the royal family held their silent tribute, united in grief for their grandmother. The Prince of Wales led his brother and cousins out of Westminster Hall as the vigil ended at 6:15 p.m. Harry wore military uniform for the vigil with the late Queen's grandchildren. Image, Getty. The 8 royals guard their grandmother's coffin in Westminster Hall. Image, YouTube. The Duke of Sussex wore a Blues and Royals No. 1 uniform. Image, PA. Until tonight, Harry, who served in the army for 10 years, had not been allowed to wear his military garb during official events including the state funeral on Monday as he is no longer a working royal. But royal sources say the king decided his youngest son could wear uniform for the vigil alongside his older brother. The Duke of Sussex wore a Blues and Royals No. 1 uniform, KCVO neck order and star, Afghanistan Operational Service Medal, Golden, Diamond and Platinum Jubilee medals and Army Pilot Wings. William, who is now heir to the throne, was wearing the Blues and Royals No. 1 uniform, the Garter sash, the Garter star, Golden, Diamond and Platinum Jubilee medals and RAF Pilot Wings. Read more. King Charles III handed 5-point plan with Meghan Markle target. Harry bows his head during the vigil. Image, YouTube. Harry at the foot of the coffin with cousins Eugenie and James behind. Image, YouTube. The Prince of Wales at the head of the coffin as Beatrice and Louise can be seen in the background. Image, Getty. The Duke of Sussex, who saw action on the front line during 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan, has been in civilian dress for official events since the Queen's death on September 8. He wore a mourning suit when he joined other royals last Wednesday in a procession behind the late monarch's coffin from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall for lying in state. Only working royals, which Harry and his disgraced uncle Prince Andrew are not, were being permitted to dress in uniform at 5 ceremonial occasions. The events are the St Giles Cathedral service in Edinburgh, the coffin's procession to Westminster Hall, the vigil at the lying-in state, the funeral in Westminster Abbey and the committal service in Windsor. But an exception was made for the Duke of York to wear his uniform as a special mark of respect for the Queen when he participated in a vigil by her children on Friday evening alongside Charles, Princess Anne, and Prince Edward. Don't miss royal fans slam decision to let Prince Andrew wear uniform, reports Shetland actor sparks outrage after strange Queen coffin rant. Inside Charles leads siblings in vigil to Queen as mourners pay respects. Pics, William led the grandchildren to the coffin at 6 p.m. Image, Getty. The Queen's 8 grandchildren make their way to their places around the coffin. Image, PA. The Duke of Sussex stood with his hands clasped in front. Image, PA. The Prince of Wales during the vigil. Image, PA. The Prince of Wales led his brother and cousins out of Westminster Hall as the vigil ended. Image, Getty. Lady Louise Wind and James, Viscount Severn. Image, Getty. Zara Tindall during the vigil. Image, Getty. Princess Eugenie bows her head. Image, Getty. Princess Beatrice leaves the vigil. Image, Getty. Princess Anne's son Peter Phillips. Image, Getty. The 4 royals, all in military uniforms, bowed their heads as they stood vigil around their late mother's coffin for around 10 minutes. Amid the row over military uniform, Harry's spokesman previously said, Prince Harry will wear a mourning suit throughout events honoring his grandmother. His decade of military service is not determined by the uniform he wears, and we respectfully ask that focus remains on the life and legacy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. The Duke was devastated after being stripped of his honorary military roles, including Captain General of the Royal Marines, in the wake of Megxit, as he and Meghan Markle quit royal duties for a new life in the US. In his tribute to the late Queen earlier this week, Harry opened up on his first meeting with my Commander-in-Chief when she attended his passing out parade at Sandhurst in 2006 when he became an officer in the British Army. Harry was not in military uniform for the procession on Wednesday. Image, Getty. It comes as final preparations are underway for the state funeral at Westminster Abbey on Monday. Meanwhile, the new king concluded his tour of the home nations on Friday with his visit to Wales, after trips to Northern Ireland and Scotland in recent days. And thousands of ordinary people continue to queue to see the Queen's coffin lying in state, with some facing more than 24 hours in line. Earlier today, Beatrice and Eugenie shared a personal tribute to their grandmother. The sisters said, "Our dearest Granny, we have not been able to put much into words since you left us all. There have been tears and laughter, silences and chatter, hugs and loneliness, and a collective loss for you, our beloved Queen and our beloved Granny." Beatrice and Eugenie shared a personal tribute to their grandmother earlier on Saturday. Image, Getty. "We, like many, thought you'd be here forever. And we all miss you terribly. You were our matriarch, our guide, our loving hand on our backs leading us through this world. You taught us so much, and we will cherish those lessons and memories forever. For now, dear Granny, all we want to say is thank you. Thank you for making us laugh, for including us, for picking heather and raspberries, for marching soldiers, for our teas, for comfort, for joy. You, being you, will never know the impact you have had on our family and so many people around the world. The world mourns you, and the tributes would really make you smile. They are all too true of the remarkable leader you are." Referring to Prince Philip, who died last year, the sisters continued, "We're so happy you're back with Grandpa. Goodbye, dear Granny, it has been the honor of our lives to have been your granddaughters, and we're so very proud of you. We know that dear Uncle Charles, the King, will continue to lead in your example, as he too has dedicated his life to service. God save the King. With our love, Beatrice and Eugenie." William, Kate, Harry and Meghan during a walkabout at Windsor Castle last Saturday. Image, Getty. The Waleses and the Sussexes viewed floral tributes. Image, Getty. Trending. Harry and Meghan, who are based in California, were already in the UK as part of a trip to Europe when the late Queen died peacefully aged 96 at Balmoral on September 8. The couple, who have faced tensions with the royals in recent years, have been staying at Frogmore Cottage in Windsor. They stepped out with William and Kate a week ago for a surprise walkabout outside Windsor Castle, in a rare joint appearance by the two couples once dubbed the Fab Four. The Waleses and the Sussexes viewed floral tributes left at the royal residence and greeted huge crowds of well-wishers. William and Harry have put their rift aside in a show of unity as they grieve